You don't need game, cheesy lines, or fake charm to attract people. You need four words, four simple, calm, unshakable words that flip the entire dynamic. These phrases don't chase, they pull. They create tension, respect, and desire without you lifting a finger. If you master these, you stop begging for attention and start commanding it. 1. I don't need you. These four words alone can flip the entire power dynamic in any interaction. They carry the essence of Stoic energy, detachment, self-possession, and quiet power. Most men chase, they over-explain, and overinvest because they secretly need the other person's reaction to feel valuable. That's why they lose their frame. The moment you need someone, they sense it. And once they sense it, attraction drops. When a man calmly says or simply embodies, I don't need you, everything changes. Not because he's being cold, but because he's standing on solid ground. This isn't about disrespect or arrogance. It's about communicating that your identity doesn't revolve around their validation. You're saying without screaming, I choose you because I want to, not because I can't live without you. People are drawn to that kind of energy because it's rare. Most of the world runs on insecurity, and when someone walks in radiating self-sufficiency, they stand out instantly. This phrase isn't always said out loud either. Often it's felt through the way you pause, the way you don't rush your words, the way your eyes don't beg for approval. When you stop needing someone to fill your emotional gaps, you become dangerous in the best way. Women feel it, men respect it, and the room shifts around it. I don't need you isn't just a line, it's a mindset. And when you truly own it, the chase flips. You stop proving your value. They start wanting to earn it. 2, I've got this handled. Power isn't in being loud. Power lives in calm certainty, and nothing communicates certainty faster than these four words. I've got this handled. Most people panic under pressure. They scramble, they overtalk, they fumble their presence. But the person who keeps their composure when the room is shaky, everyone turns toward them. This phrase radiates confidence. It doesn't just say you're in control, it shows it. You're telling the world, I can handle the weight. I can handle you. I can handle myself. In the world of attraction, that kind of energy is gold. Women feel safe around a man who doesn't fall apart when things get intense. He doesn't chase her validation. He doesn't fold when she tests him. He just looks her in the eye and calmly lets her know verbally or energetically, I've got this handled. That phrase also creates tension, because now you're no longer on the defensive. You're the center of gravity. It also triggers respect, not the forced kind, but the instinctive kind that says, this man isn't easily shaken. That's what separates the forgettable from the unforgettable. Stoic power isn't about fighting every battle. It's about being the stillness in the storm. And when someone hears you or feels you say, I've got this handled, they lean in. Because power without panic is rare, and rare is attractive. 3, you'll figure it out. This four-word phrase is a test of emotional control. When someone expects you to react, explain, or plead, and instead you calmly say, you'll figure it out, you just flip the frame. Most men give their power away the moment tension appears. They rush to explain themselves. They chase reassurance. They try to fix everything immediately. But the one who stands still, that's the one who owns the moment. You'll figure it out isn't dismissive when done right. It's grounded detachment. It's a way of saying, I don't need to prove myself to you. You'll either see it or you won't. This kind of language makes people lean toward you instead of away from you, because suddenly they're the one trying to earn clarity. When you're calm and composed, people realize you're not operating from a place of lack. You're not desperate to be understood. That mystery and self-control is what draws them in. Also, this phrase makes emotional energy shift. Instead of her leading the dynamic with tests or emotional spikes, you anchor the energy. You refuse to let her chaos become your chaos. That's exactly why this works so well in attraction. When you don't jump to fix or explain, she feels your strength without you needing to brag about it. She feels the masculine center. You'll figure it out. It's not arrogance. It's quiet, self-assured dominance. It says, I know who I am. I don't need to prove it. 4, I know my value. People who don't know their value end up begging for scraps. People who do know their value never have to beg. When you say, I know my value, calmly and without trying to prove it, everything about how people treat you changes. Women can sense the difference between a man pretending to be confident and a man who simply is. This phrase makes that line crystal clear. A man who knows his value isn't chasing validation. He isn't forcing attraction. He isn't molding himself to fit someone else's preferences. He's saying with 4 words, I'm the prize here. That energy triggers something deep, especially in women who are used to men who orbit them. Suddenly, they're not the sun you are, and that shift is what creates desire. Knowing your value also means knowing when not to engage, when to walk away, when to stop explaining yourself. This is Stoic power in its cleanest form. Self-certainty without performance. People crave being around those who radiate quiet confidence because it feels stable. And in a world full of noise, that stability is magnetic. Remember this, words only have power when you do. These 4 phrases work because they carry calm, strength, and self-respect. Start using them and you'll stop chasing and start pulling. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, share this with a man who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real talk. And in the comments, type power in silence if you're done being forgettable.